Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome to. Welcome back for more of Arkham Twin Days of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, and this is Arkham Twin Days. Hello, Rocket Raccoon. What's up? I'm right on time. Austin Lawrence, Rocket Raccoon, you know how to dial in correctly. Way to refresh and way to know where to find me on the dot, on the bubble, on the money. Okay, the Gamer Anime and Gamer Girl 2020, Rocket Raccoon, Princess Emmy Ray Hickenbottom, and Ruben Osario. Welcome. Hello there. So this is Arkham Twin Days Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy live stream. Okay, so Ruben, the reason why you told me to request a game yesterday, I never forgotten it. You requested a game because what you said yesterday on the premiere cannot be erased. It cannot be erased. Hold on, Rocket. I'm answering. Don't worry. He wants some answers. Ruben wanted some, so I'm giving him. Ruben, I'm not a real genie. I can't be a genie to grant people's wishes for game requests. It cannot be. It doesn't work like that in real life. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't have I only work for I only do lawn mowing for my own backyard to earn some money. That is it. And no, I am not wasting money. No, because I'm saving up money because on something else that's important to me and my family. So there you have it. That's why I can't be a genie to grant people's wishes for game requests. That doesn't work like that. I mean, do I ask people those to play a game with me from what I have and from what they don't have, and some do? I mean, that's that's now that is real life there. That is not fantasy. That is real life because I cannot do that. You've got to understand. Brandon gave me a game request yesterday, and he understands. Okay, I thank you, Rocket. And that is why I cannot do game requests. I'm not a genie. I can't grant people's wishes like that for live streams and granting it in real life because it's not possible. You can't just fully assume what they have this game from what they have that they came out or what they have even when they came out but don't have it fully yet because I'm not rich. I'm not sponsored. I don't work with anybody's company. I'm just a guy who has a YouTube channel to make this channel grow and to have the family that I never had, and that's everybody around here. Everyone. That's the reason why, Ruben. That's the reason why I left the other channel and want to become independent. In other words, when I want to become independent, I don't want to have nothing related to those big channels or allied to except to support the small ones, just like me. But I want this channel to continue to grow, get bigger, create a community, have a community in Discord. Like Austin wants to have a community, and I really want to have one so badly because Austin Lawrence does want one because I like his fanfics, including those who have fan art like Rocket and K the Anime and Girl and Gamer Girl 2020. What is my favorite game that you have? Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I have that game, and thank you for asking. It's okay to ask, it's okay to say the games that will come out and tell me, will I be able to get it? And I say no, because I'm on a strict budget. Hello, Devin. That's the reason why I will get to the game, but I will sum it up very quickly. It's too much for me to explain, but summing it up will help you explain it better. You have a fanfic too. Not bad. So I got two people who can do fan art. K the Enemy and Rocket. I love it. Do you hope to have any community streams? You know, I would love to. I would like to order like a brand new recording equipment. I mean, something to do with Cloner Alliance. I'm pretty sure I can live stream on the XSplit service streaming, and then that could might help way better than the Elgato. It's the Elgato is just you need to have like a really good computer to do that. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music back on. So we did the investigation, and now it's time to go back to trial. So hopefully everybody is ready before I do. So this live stream will last between 90 minutes to 2 hours. And also, welcome to the Ultimate Arkham universe, where everybody is in the Ultimate Arkham universe for any type of crossover and any DC, Marvel, and Japanese anime you can think of. Kyle, put up the rules for me. Thank you. You rock. So once again, Part 1, no spamming, no self-advertising without my permission, no sexual talk, no R-rated cursing or directed cursing insults to anyone in the chat. Light swearing is okay, just not directed. Part 2, no game requests at all. But telling me the upcoming games that'll be coming that's releasing is fine. Telling me that I will do it, telling me to do this game as a game request for me as my wish. No, I cannot. Except myself, in my own standing upright, that I have a game that I have, not the game that I already going to get in the near future whatsoever. No copyright music lyrics, no personal info or RP due to COPPA and FTC, no drama and political issues, no threats, no racism, and respect the golden rule, be civil and make friends. Making friends is encouraged. Ooh, yes, Kay, the anime girl. I mean, I would like to have a fan art on my, what do you call it? On my, it's on, I know it says on right on my channel art. Yeah, YouTube channel art. There you have it. I do have some pictures of my own avatar from the Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I mean, I had it for keeps. Yes, for those who are a fan of Sword Art Online, you rock, because yes, I am a fan of SAO. It does have its own Arkhamverse and some you don't want to know, but it's not KID friendly. I've watched the whole season, so yes. But enough of that. Let's go. December 30th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Hello, Cherub. Oh, it's Izzy. Hi, Isabella. Ooh, love to. I'm guessing. So once again, I have Instagram. I have Twitter. You can find me on the dashboard right on the channel art that's on the far right. YouTube, besides YouTube, I have Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, yes, Instagram, and also BitChute, which I had to do Halo for because I can't do it on YouTube because YouTube's copyright system is so poorly broken, and the CEO of YouTube doesn't even care because she doesn't want to make another mistake. Hello, Kevin. How's it going? That's all right. I mean, if you have Instagram, that's perfectly fine because I have Instagram on my laptop. And I cannot do it on my cell phone because it's an Apple phone, but I can do it on my laptop. But, and of course, I can do it on my tablet, but sometimes my tablet will say some apps may not work on your tablet device. So forgive me if that doesn't work, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up for it. Regina. A glass? You want to give him a glass of milk for a time like this? Oh, fabulous! My sweetie pie, my sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today. I'm starting to sound like Zarbon. And yes, I do my own method voice acting for those who know me or who want to know me. I am Leo Wolverine, your friendly neighborhood spider cop who created Leo's Let's Plays Alliance, the founder of Leo's Let's Plays, and yours truly, Leo Wolverine. And also, I want to be everybody's friend, and also, anybody is welcome to be a part of the family. Any K-Wing fans, which is alright, are welcome to watch and come and see me. I'm not saying you cannot, you could. And also, non-fans from other channels are welcome to as well. Don't be a stranger, because why? We care for each other, we fight with honor, love, truth, and justice, and we stand up against bullies and cyberbullies, and for those who don't know how to stand up for themselves. And why? Because it's what we do. So Mo told you to come and watch this, Regina? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? I know some free phone games are able to be downloaded on tablets ID, which are the ones they are free, but not all of them, if you want to know, because Google and Apple may be like, they have apps for games, but some of them are exclusive, which means there are apps on the Apple Store that are exclusive only to Apple, but not Google. So that's kind of an example I like to give you as a heads up. I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on or even where she is. Like, how clueless is this Regina the Flying Princess as the one of Russell Berry's daughter? Like, what? This is just wrong. Aha! Raise the curtain. Yeah, you're a member of the audience. Yeah, I'm true to that. From what I said earlier, are loaded with pay to win micro as well. I know I don't know all of them, but I know a few. That's like you have to pay to get this, even though the game of the app is free. Like bread, for instance, it's free, but the items you buy, the items you want to see, wanted to get, is not free. So it's like you have to buy this in real money in real life. Oh no, not. It's Scary Cloud. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Oh, top of the morning to your governor. Top of the morning to your governor. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. Early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh boy! Thanks. So how are you today, Wright? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro. Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can for other witnesses, because this witness by the name of Acro is very much different. He's like the calm, quiet, and collected type of guy who doesn't flinch. He can flinch, but like he stared in the abyss, but he doesn't blink. Of course, he stared death in the face, but doesn't blink. But he does flinch in like a bit of feeling. Take care, Kevin. I hate to say this, but Mo is one of my favorite characters despite his personality. And also, what am I going to do? I guess today we'll just have to do without our casual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Arco and to the truth. Alright, Rocket. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. I think she's gonna have to watch the whole thing of how this happened. Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Way to go, Vegeta! December 30th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. By the way, oh yes, one more thing. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. And why? Because I am very dear from my very first friend who was an African American, and his name is Eddie. Was like a brother to me, and black people hold a very special thing to my heart. Very, very much. So why? Hashtag Black Lives Matter. And this is why we stand up for with truth, honor, love, and justice. And also, yeah, I know the George Floyd death very much, and others as well. I mean, the whole country knows it, and I'm pretty sure. I don't want to get into very much detail, but also well, this is how I stand for. And also, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Great actor. He is always the Prince and King T'Challa. All right. That's right. All right, you guys. It's time we get down to business. And also Kobe Bryant, Ruben. Kobe Bryant. Hold is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. What's the meaning of this? A new eyewitness? How would he fly off from the scene of the crime? Let me guess. Acro? I had a feeling something like this would come up. A mock-up of the scene? Poor gumshoe. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Ending, what everyone calls me actor. I'm employed as an acrobat at the very big circus. So she's saying, where were you at the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. The witness's room is near the crime scene right there. That's the 3rd floor. You see there? The 3rd floor. And Mo's room is on the 1st. And the crime scene happened below his window, which is in Acro's room. Okay. All right. Ready to hear his testimony? This is what he witnessed. What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Not much contradiction there. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. Unless, well, unless you ask my permission, which is fine. Now, hold on a second. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness, along with your friendly neighborhood spider cop. Will you stop bringing up the name Miles Edgeworth? Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination. Okay. Hopefully you guys happen to know when you hear and what he said about Acro, the name Ken Dingling, because from what he heard, from what he said in his testimony, is like you stop, you look, and listen, and find the contradiction that's something that doesn't fit in his testimony. What I witnessed, he said it was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. That's kind of irrelevant. He said around that time I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Okay, I'm going to press you on this. Hold it! Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed. That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside. I was indeed. Pressing Acro doesn't seem to get results. Well, maybe something was contradictory in what he said just now. Okay, he heard a noise, but if he heard a large thump, didn't he kind of try to look outside through the window? There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given.
Objection!
She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support the claim of contradiction? Evidence? Ah, great. I was not aware. Uh-oh, it seems Kyle's having a headache. Let's see. He heard a large thump. Russell's autopsy report. I mean, unless you ask my permission, K the enemy, that's fine. But, at least, since you asked me that, I will allow it. I will allow it since you did ask me about it. Make sure it's kept to a minimum. Do I have any evidence of... See, the victim was hunched over the 20-pound box, and it boasts a small but strong lock. I know that is irrelevant. I know that's part of the scene, but not the one I'm looking for. Bronze statue taken from cafeteria before the crime. I don't know, it's like I'm trying.
Take that!
Wait, what don't I get? You are prophet? Resting in bed. Heard a thump noise from outside the window. And a few moments later, you saw someone. Okay, let me press you on this. Hold it! Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin or perhaps a large action figure. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. I just strengthened his testimony. Wonder if Acro's statement jives with the facts. Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction. Should tread lightly. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. Ah, really? Hold it! The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? Yeah, bets are Arkham. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. Maybe there was something fishy up with his latest bit of... Nothing wrong on this. Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction, better not overdo it. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Hold it! When did you start thinking that what you saw wasn't a dream?
Objection! Objection!
Oh, come on! I believe that's the prosecution has done a bit of maintenance on the witness's memory. Just to make sure, let's ask the witness. Don't sustain that, moron! Of course he is. Now the challenge will be to expose his lies in court. I'm gonna press on this, just in case. You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? Really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Ow! I didn't get whipped, not me. Let's see. I know he's kind of lying on this, but how to expose him is not that easy if you want to know. So it would be wise if you guys definitely, I would love a help out. Okay. He said around that time I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. And then a few moments later I saw someone flying right by my window. And he said it was Max Galactic. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. Thump on that noise of the window. I don't mind the help, please, but his room is on the 3rd floor. He was resting in bed. be able... That's the circus map. Okay, how will I be able to see through his window? I mean, he does have a wheelchair. I'm not saying he doesn't. Blunt force of trauma back to the head. Ugh.
Take that!
No, that did not work. Since when I would be able to... Why would I be bluffing on a time like this? Resting in bed. Heard a large thump from outside the window. A few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window.
Hold it!
A mannequin.
Objection!
How could he say, I mean... Russell Berry was there. I mean, he was dressed up as he was kind of dressed up as Maximilian Galactica, but then again, that's the bust. Okay, that's Max. That's the bust of Max. Macro's Night. Time of Death. I don't mind to help you guys because I can't do this by myself, but I know for those in the live stream, I really need some help because doing this alone, I may be powerless sometimes, but doing it... Oh, Austin says, I did some digging and you need to press on his fourth statement. Select there is a contradiction to present the silk hat. Oh, really?
Take that!
Okay, thanks. Thank you. Now that is how you remember. 10 p.m. Flying by my window. Okay, that's fifth, fourth, third, second, the second, the third, fourth. That's the one.
Hold it!
So with the lights off, you were stable. So if you couldn't see the white roses, did you see any other of the symbols? All right, let's see if we can get this right.
Objection!
It's the silk hat, made to order a hat that is a symbol of Max's fabulousness.
Take that!
You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats? No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica, which means Acro. That you have been fibbing on the stand. Order! Order! Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? Why would Acro be his... I don't think he had a grudge against Max. No, I mean, if he had a grudge against Max, that would be different. Yeah, Acro was not... If Acro was dreaming, he would dreamt it in his sleep, but I don't think so. But Acro is the real culprit in my eyes, so you are correct, Austin. That's where my gut instinct is leading me to. Acro is the real culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. We may be walking on the tightrope, but we haven't fallen off. What do you mean? Well, I know, Brandon, but trying to put in the clues is what will solve this mystery, Brandon. I know you already know this, but trying to solve it is how you become a detective or an investigator or an inspector and a defense attorney. Yeah, he's like calm, quiet, and collected. He is staying rather calm and collected. Stop poking me, you stinking hummingbird! Mr. Dangling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up on myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things? You do realize this is... no, he's not... time, why is the two people on the audience think I'm the bad guy, which we are not? Next time, try to hold the audience in contempt of court. Most of them, but not all of them. We never said we had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Of course he didn't. Why would he have an accomplice? No. If he had an accomplice, he would have someone else. But to be honest, I don't think he didn't. Not this time, Von Karma. You're not going to sucker me into this one. And also your friendly neighborhood spider cop is not going to fall for this either. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Since when did Acro had an accomplice? He never had one. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order! Order! What are you getting at? Now I'm gonna have to prove how it fits all together. Have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. You're saying if this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness witness account is all lies? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, where was exactly Mr. Dingling? It's right here. You remember, he cannot. Well, Miss Von Karma said that Sean Dingling or Acro couldn't walk. He was on the 3rd floor.
Take that!
He was obviously here in the entire time. That's Acro's room. Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. No. What do you say, Mr. Dingling? Wow. He's calm and collected, and it's like, it's an interesting theory. Wow, okay, that's it? Really? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. We know that. We know he was spotted at the scene of the crime. Mo said that he saw Max, which I clearly agree. I know what he saw. I mean, he wasn't lying, but then something when he said he flew in the air. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? It's the next course of this legal buffet. She's Right, I can't mess up here. We gotta give this one serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. Hold on, just saving and then go back into the trial. Trust me on this, so I'm careful. And he did it while he was in his room, no doubt about it. I'm to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. Let's see. Can't present evidence now. I have to present evidence. I mean, if I try to present evidence, I'm gonna have to find something that how did he committed the crime with the committed a crime that's something so heavy. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Smart. I'm going to present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell You know, I thought it was going to go with the wooden box, but no. You said it was the bust. It's gotta be the bust. Hope you're right on this. What's up, Draco? What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust. And because of it is life-size, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Okay, now Acro's facial expression has now changed. I think he knows, but he tries to hide it so well. You know, I really need to work on my detective skills. It's still lacking, but you guys are definitely a big help. Brandon and Austin, you rock. See? This is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. Order! So you're saying the bust fell into the ringmaster? Rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. I didn't say it was impossible. It might. All I can say is probable, not possible.
Objection!
Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. I wish I could, Draco, but I cannot. I wish I could sum it up, but I cannot for the time being. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, yeah, his facial expression, he's just, I know he's trying to put up a brave face, but then, should be, he knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro, you can't... Stop it, you stupid wannabe Simon Belmont character! Fine, if we want to get to a rather proper testimony about the witness, go ahead. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. Whatever. That woman will sink to any low to win a case like dirt. Acro's physical state. So, okay, I'll try to sum it up for you, Draco. We had to go to trial, and we want to prove that Acro is the murderer who killed Russell Berry. But why is that? Was he the target, or was the target was someone else, Draco? That's the question. And now we're going to talk about Acro's physical state. Now, this is his testimony. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Austin Lawrence, you are my hero. I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. Well, we do. If he knew about the location of the ringmaster's head, he would have known about it, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I still like to proceed with the cross-examination. Not stalling, finding. You know, let's just focus here, or else that woman's like the Wicked Witch of the West. He said, I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. He said, I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat and only my legs were injured. That is number 2. He said, however, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. That's number 3. He said, and this is number 4, and he said, there's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. And this is number 5. He said, that makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Let me press on this before I present. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You said that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there is no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you got a point. What is it, Mike? What if I turn things around? Maybe if I think of sort of like this? So Maya is saying if he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense from what Maya is saying. If only I could prove it somehow. That Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. This is number 6. He said, thus it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him. I'm gonna pray before I know I want to present, but I want to press him first. Hold it! If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was to drop it, you're right. I could have done that. However, there is no way that I could land a direct hit on the ringmaster's head. So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? Acro is strong enough to lift up the bust, which we know for that for sure. He has a strong upper body, from his upper body strength to work out. Maya said the main problem is how could he have aimed for the ringmaster's head? I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster. I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly. A tool. It's not, the bus may be a statue, but it's not a, it's a weapon, but not a tool. A tool that he's supposed to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see if we can present this. The victim once hunched over this 20-pound box and it boasts a small but strong lock. Why is...
Objection!
That's it! The box. It was the sixth statement. I was leaning, you know, 75% of the time, the final statement of the last sentence is contradictory, and 25% you find is somewhere else that's not the last statement of his of the witness's last sentence. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite, actually, why, you're saying why, do you know what Arkham is? Of course. The Arkham games of Batman, if you want to know, Draco, because why is it Arkham? Because the Arkham games of Batman, like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, Arkham Knight, Arkham Origins Blackgate Deluxe Edition, and Arkham VR. But that's why, think of it as like the whole crime scene scenario with SVU, with your very own investigation system, starring Batman. But all of this, from what you're seeing, this, like, think of this like the Batman Arkham City meets Law and Order SVU with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And that is why it's Arkham. Also, there are characters who live and those characters who get killed off and not to be seen ever again, because why? It's very dark and it's Arkham. That is why. Everything what you see is Arkham. Because not everything is going to be rainbow ponies and unicorns, and not everything is going to have a happy ending. Because there are those who have like dark endings, and those who have a happy endings because they get to live happily ever after, and others I'm pretty, from what I said, the anime, Arkham is like those who have a happy ending and those that do not have a happy ending, and for those who kind of get killed off and those who live and those who live or die. It's like, that's what it is, that's what it means, that's what Arkham is, the anime gamer.
Objection!
Of course, Power Rangers is like TVY7, but in Super Sentai, it's not KID friendly, it's Arkham. In other words, there are some Rangers that'll get killed off and like bleed to death, like in a really bad way. Yeah, I mean, this game is rated T for teen, but it's not KID friendly because this is Arkham. So, like, Batman Arkham Asylum meets Law and Order SVU. But I did such a good job ending. Okay. Maybe you should take a look at this. point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Yes, who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. If the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. Hold up! This is unbelievable! Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. So I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? Just saving, trust me. So, for those who want to know about what it feels like the Arkhamverse or the Ultimate Arkham universe and how Russell Berry was killed off, like, not in a good way because that what you saw is like, wow, this is a murder mystery. Yes, why? The murder mystery is like that, these crime scenes happen all around in Gotham City, and it is called Arkham. The Arkhamverse, if you like to call it. It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ah! Would you stop it? If you try to whip him, I'm gonna sue you. That's why the box was made so specially made. Indeed, it had the most peculiar feature. Select the weight of the box and present the money, the bust, Russell Berry's profile, Max G promo poster of the set. Okay, the weight of the box. The box has a remarkable weight. According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required. Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you have to squat down. Which means, no matter who you are, your head would be approximately in the same place. Doesn't even bother to listen to me anymore. I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? Yeah, I have to recall it. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to me? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house myself. You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? I already did say there was no accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria? We definitely have a problem here, but there is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. All right, Mr. Wright. Let's hear your explanation. Saving. He said, how did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back in his room? How did he present the money? Oh, money! A monkey who takes care of Acro. Ah! He may not have an accomplice, but he does someone who has a friend.
Take that!
A monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when they stole this ventriloquist's ring. Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home. Smart. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room.
Objection! Objection!
No, it wasn't brought. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. Ah, those are some very nice cards they holding. Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Hello there, Abby. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Wow, way to keep this. What is the bus in question at this moment? You haven't found the bust, have you? This is a rather strange turn of events, but let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bus. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, if my guess is correct, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. This bus was the murder weapon purely by accident. I missed you, Abby. It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Now his facial expression has changed. Anyways, I think we're more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Oh! Fraud! Knock it off! And what is that? That's true. How do you respond that, Mr. Wright? I won't. This is our chance to turn this trial around. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. So you want to answer me for something that I really don't know, huh? Who was the murderer that clown saw? The bust again? Why would... Let's see. Let's see.
Take that!
Smart!
Objection!
Oh, come on. En contraire, mon frere, it does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette, but he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. How is that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that very night, was Max's bust.
Objection!
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang on one of those cards in the bust's hands. It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of utmost importance to this case. Don't you agree? Caught me. So let me have it, Mr. Wright. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna save it up again. Yeah, right there, and good. Oh, put the cloak on the bust. Oh, I hate to say this, but the only person I know who was right there on that spot of the wooden box was the only guy, and I'm pretty sure Austin Lawrence knows this is none of Barry.
Take that!
You are saying it was the victim himself, Russell Barry? That's what I'm saying. Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Hello, AJ Miller. How's it going? And what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint. Like, I paint a picture for you anyways. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used the rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached the rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet Ben and Troy. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant of that, when the bust hit the victim, hope you guys are paying attention to this because this is why everything is Arkham, and I'm pretty sure Kay the Anime Gamer Girl 2020 wants to know too of why is it very Arkham and why did he die this way. Boom. Told you! I wish you want to make me think I was going to lie on this, but sorry, Francisca Von Karma, this is not a lie. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. That's why he got killed off, and that is why that is Arkham. That is how a person gets killed off, and never to be heard from for what happened. That is why this is the ultimate Arkham universe. The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls the Clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up with the rope. And there you have it. Flew like magic. And that is how the magical murder disappearing into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. Even if we did accuse him, he's still not flinching. Why? He sure is. Oh, but he has come to the end of his rope now. What now? I have any evidence to prove that my fairy tale is true? Evidence? The power of evidence. I'll go with the power of evidence, but not the power of your whip, so that will not count. First one, yes. Second one, no. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we say some evidence? I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method, but there's still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account. A contradiction, actually. That's enough talking about... Proceed, Mr. Wright. Oh, we're ready for this. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. Unravel the truth of this magic. Let's see. The promo poster or the silk hat. That's the crime photo. Let's see. That's the promotion poster right there for the silk hat. How am I supposed to pull this off? Let's go with the poster. I like whatever. The problem is Max's 3 symbols. Wow, I can't believe I got it. I mean, I know Austin wanted me to pick one of the two. I know one of them was right, and I picked the poster. So I got one part of it correct. It was right on the money. The silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. All symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Moe's testimony. The silk hat was 1, and the white roses were 2. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. Kawaii, Katie, anime. No, just your friendly neighborhood spider cop who's just a rookie attorney teaming up with Phoenix Wright. And the Alliance are those who... I know your kind of guys are kind of new to this, but if some of you had, like, experience in this game, well done. Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Moe said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There was only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Moe saw was actually the bust's. Makes sense if you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat, well, sort of. The other contradiction? White roses. He said he saw the white roses, but the clown's testimony does not match. And she did mention there were no white roses. Of course, I can explain all of it. Of course. Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. Remember, if the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Okay, if you guys remember seeing this, this is going to be another repeat, and yes, this is how he died, because it is Arkham. When you die, it's not a happy ending. And what happened to the white roses? Watch this. It's going to be kind of like a little Houdini trick when Mo the Clown never saw the white roses at all. Completely covered. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order! Order! This is quite a shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. I don't think she's not throwing in the towel. Because look. Told you. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Come again? Motive? Ooh, I think I know where this goes to, the motive. He was not targeting the ringmaster at all, if you want to prove my theory on this. This is part of my favorites that I know who he wants to target, and it's not the ringmaster. Acro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well, however, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. I think I know. To be continued. We can keep going for just a bit of time. I want to turn this trial around, don't you think? December 30th, 2:17 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. I can't believe it. Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is, and to think it was always the most straightforward of the group. Jamies, am I that hated, y'all? I did? But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Forget it, I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We got... Not a card trick detective. Well, if you insist. Here you go. Wasn't that yesterday from Acro's room? Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything, but everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. You'll figure out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were to set into motion. Final plans? Oh, that reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it, and that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. I think I'm about to find out. Oh, one more thing. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. Entire dairy's worth of milk for me? Wow! Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do not have to answer his entire testimony because I'm pretty sure we're going to present something that's really convincing. We'll hear his testimony, but there's no need for me to press him on this part. All right. Please proceed with your testimony. Just do me a favor and don't ask questions and you don't want the answer to. Okay, about the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think of that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Well, there's no need to question on that cross-examination. There's no need to cross-examine this witness. What's that? Why was the ringmaster murdered? Why? There is no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster? We cannot provide that one. I mean, for the time, we can't. Yeah, I didn't even have time to think about it. It was obvious from the start, Your Honor. The reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. It was never the ringmaster at all. It was someone else. I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. He loved the ringmaster. He loved Russell Berry. Why would he have a motive against him from the very start? He never had one. All because of one person who he hated the most, who had a motive against ever since. That happened 6 months ago. Bingo, Brandon. Caleb, I don't care what it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face twice if you must. That's right. What in the world are you trying to do to my coat? Oh! Yes, it is none other than Regina Berry. He had a strong grudge against her from 6 months ago. This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? He knows I'm correct. He knows he cannot, when he had his facial expression, he knows he cannot hide this.
Objection! Objection!
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you are wrong. That's it. Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Ow! You can't interrupt death itself. You cannot do that either. You want to know why Acro killed Regina Russell Berry? Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl because of I know who. Okay. I would say it's either Bat or yeah, it's gotta be.
Take that!
No, that did not work. No, that was wrong. Sorry. It was not Bat. Wow, that was wrong. Let's see. This one?
Take that!
Nope, that's not it. Wow. That was present the note. Oh, that's right. No wonder I got looped off. My bad. I got looped off real bad. I remember the note. The note says you haven't forgot what happened 6 months ago. Have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Bingo. Thank you. I'm sorry, I kind of forgot. Thank you, God. Thank you for those who tried to bring me back. Oh, I kind of I knew I had to present something, but then, I mean, try to remember things is not as easy. You remember this, don't you, about this piece of note? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat, Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order! Master Wright, this little theory of yours is the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why the morning of the crime she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's right. Correct, Francisca. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake instead of Regina. Oh, that's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I end up falling out of the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza, and that's when he let the bust fly. Yeah, she is listening to all from the audience. She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. Acro wrote this note to Regina. You do realize that note is not a fake. Conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes, what about that line? You just don't get it, do you? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in this note? The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. What, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case it started in what happened 6 months ago. I think so. The conclusive evidence mentioned in the note. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually...
Take that!
It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. The pepper bottle. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. All right, I'm ready to answer a question if you like to fire away, to be honest, because I'm not afraid of you. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Oh, pretty simple. Don't you? Have you remembered by the name of Acro's brother, Bat.
Take that!
Who is this? Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother.
Objection!
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Vegeta, she did not to him? We know that from a comatose state. An animal tamer by trade. No tamed animal in that position ever trained to attack another human. I know it's not in her. I see. It was an accident. Well, but it was not. It was more than that. Not saying it was an accident. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? Now, why would Regina would entice her lion to attack another human being? She would never do that. No. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat, which is none other than to present the scarf.
Take that!
That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There is something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Oh, come on, why is nobody... What's with the silent treatment? It stopped the hummingbird attacking me. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? This fairy gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge doesn't get it. What's it said that... remember about the lion seemed to be smiling, but he doesn't smile. He was not smiling. Smiling? The lion was smiling? It may look like he was smiling, but lions do not smile. He was going to sneeze. Lions sneeze, not smile. They sneeze because of the pepper. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze and closed his mouth like Arkham. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? Nani? You've got to be kidding me!
Objection!
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? You can't object for objection's sake. You do realize that the lion did not smile? Did he actually sneeze because the pepper on the scarf? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Yeah, they are really long, AJ. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me what I said was true? Come on, Acro. He did. But there's only one little thing that he is hiding. Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion? I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem that you're feeling. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim? Wow! You mean the conclusive evidence? Where is the bust is the problem. Bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. There's one problem. The prosecution never found it, remember? The bust. This is the last step. If we get this one right, this case is won. We're not going to request a search in Acro's room. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... wrong, I guess. I figured with you that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned. What did you find? You see, Mr. Wright, the bus wasn't in my room. You said the bus was never found in Acro's room. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin. But what about the scarf and the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? Then this case is coming to a close. Defense's counter-arguments look after falling short. Ugh. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end of the cross-examination of this witness. They're right. I mean, Austin Lawrence, A.J. Miller, Brandon Williams, they say they know the bust is in this very courtroom. Oh, we need to dig under what? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? You asking us? Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Time for us to walk across our own tightrope. We'll have to think outside the box. The defense might proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Especially the entire alliance will have no idea where the bust is at. You might as well give up now. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. Simple! It's not in the lodging house. It's not in the big top. It's somewhere in this very courtroom, and you guys are correct. It's obvious. The bus is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously, well... Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus once and for all. The witness stand. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. Yep, Austin Lawrence, Brandon Williams, and A.J. Miller knows this. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket, because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide under a bus under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. In the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. And the entire Alliance knows this, and they want to ask you the same thing. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. Wow, Miss Von Karma did not see that coming. She pulled a... Oh... Acro pulled a magic trick, Houdini, right under your nose. got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. What? Two of them? Miss Francisca von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of the court hiding the murder weapon. How could he burn a cloak? Did he have matches, or did he find like a hot stove or some type of fireplace? I have no idea how he burned the cloak. If you guys have any clues of how he burned the cloak, feel free. There's no way I can escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. Well, you did order the surprise search in that room. It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. The ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry. Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. And now this is where he feels remorse. And guilt. And shame. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. I truly know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever be able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. So are you saying that you are the victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. Yeah, I mean, wow. That is very... I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict right now. Not guilty! This court is adjourned. This case is closed. Wow. December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. You did some digging, Austin. Well done. Well done as a detective. I could never pull this off by myself. I would have trouble. Like I said, I'm a rookie, but not an expert. But a rookie can do anything. That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max a million of them. Yuppie. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Wow, I'm pretty sure Regina wants to hear this harsh truth. She's been like this for a while now. So she knew what happened, but then she kind of had to go into tears. Sweetie pie. However, Acro is going to be in house arrest under 24/7 for several years by police. He's not going to jail, but he's going to be under house arrest by the police. And also, he's going to have to serve a sentence for community service. Yeah, what do you want to know, Regina? He said something at the end. He said, I just couldn't up and leave yet. He said I couldn't just up and leave yet. No, I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. Yeah, I mean, this part of the case is just really heartbreaking. When I see Acro going into tears from why he said this out in his own heart, that can really make a person cry. Huh? So you want me to give you evidence that I'm not making and wanting revenge? I would say his brother Bat.
Take that!
Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. He may be in a coma, but he's still alive. He hasn't opened his eyes, but he's still in a coma, but he's still alive. I know Acro's been caught, but he is definitely going to be under house arrest 24/7 for, oh my gosh, maybe I would say 7 to 10 years in from officers that are going to watch him very close. What? Do what? You want to stay right next to Bat as long as it takes? That's so sweet of you, Regina. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry for what happened. So whenever you like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? Oh, that's the big question. Oh, Ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen. Don't laugh. It's quite the goal. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing that the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusionist. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max. Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're going to help them out too, aren't you? I wouldn't say that, Regina. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. You can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry. It seems like everything is going to turn out all right here. Save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Great! A clown was in the mischief of his own laughter. I see. What is this case meant to be? Yesterday's surprise raid, it really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Arkham really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end, especially if he was the defensive. You mean Mr. Wright? It's Miles Edgeworth, because he's alive! Of course. Well, Detective, as for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. How did he know how to present that type of case? The end! Wow! A brand new episode has been added. Farewell, my turnabout. Whew. Okay. Grand Prix champion. The Jammin' Ninja. I will end this video, but the premiere is coming up in over around 30 minutes, so I gotta hurry. But the Jammin' Ninja. I love Saipan. So the moon was cut in half. Hero of heroes, superhero. Okay, the Nickel Samurai. Okay, now I can get out of here and head to the title screen. Alright, so what do you guys think of this entire live stream? I mean, that was not the easiest cases that I've ever played for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy Justice for All. This is the very last one before Trials and Tribulations, because it's going to get harder from here on out, and it's not that easy. And I'm pretty sure we'll be doing that on next week's live stream for another version of Arkham Twin Days. Tell me, what do you guys think? Do you like it or hate it? Smash that like button or share this video if you guys love this game of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, or do you like Arkham Twin Days every Tuesdays and Thursdays only, right here on Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. So once again, as your friendly neighborhood spider cop who takes chances, making mistakes, and getting messy, who eats bad guys for breakfast like peanut butter and chocolate, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. And also remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice, and also hashtag Black Lives Matter. See you guys next time for another live stream episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy Justice for All for Arkham Twin Days. And also coming up next is another episode of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, coming your way in around 30 minutes. So take care, and I'll see you guys later right then. Until then, see ya!